As a designer and TV host for the last 18 years, I've helped people achieve the home of their dreams. With so many of us rethinking how we live right now, I wanted to help bring real-life solutions to people who are ready to transform their homes with simple, easy-to-achieve solutions. This is In the Room with John Gidding. Hi guys. So this week we reached out to you and asked for questions about projects that you're taking on. We got a lot of really great questions, and this makes a lot of sense because we're all focused on our homes right now. So with that said, let's dive right in. How can I brighten my master bathroom that only has a skylight as a window? Well, guess what? This is great news. You thought it was a disadvantage. It's an advantage. So I think that rooms that are lit with only skylights have an opportunity to be the most beautifully lit room in the entire house. How? By taking advantage of refracted light. That's light that just reflects off of a surface and it picks up some of the qualities of that surface. So if it's reflecting off a warm color, it's going to reflect a warm light. With skylights, I think the best thing to do is to work with a variety of shades of white. Yes, you want to keep the general color of the room white, bright, definitely in light category, but you don't want to have it all monotone and you don't want to have it bright, bright white because that ends up being a very cold reflected light. Instead, if you have shades of gray, shades of off-white that play off one another purposefully, then what you get is a kind of interesting light that bounces around the room and looks beautiful. Obviously, you're also going to need some good lighting in that room because the only natural light is this reflected sunlight. The best times to appreciate it are going to be the middle of the day, but for every other time in that bathroom, you're going to need good lighting. So make sure the recess cans are well positioned, not just sort of centered in the room, but centered on how you're going to use them. Put them all on dimmers, and don't just put up huge mirrors, because that's not the answer either. Also, this is super important, include something contrasting. Make those off-whites and very pale beiges and sand tones, whatever the tonality you shift towards, make those off-whites seem brighter in contrast to something a little darker in your skylit bathroom. Turn that master bathroom into a masterclass in refracted light. How do you know what colors to fit into a well-lighted bathroom? It's hard to recommend color, and anytime you posit a color rule, that rule gets broken. I will say though that well-lit rooms tend to wash out colors. So if you want a certain sort of saturation level, you're gonna have to go an even darker saturation so that the saturation you want is there. I think the best bathrooms are either ones that avoid most color or fully embrace the entire chromatosphere. And the reason for that is because sometimes a single color, especially like a strong, bold color, will seem gimmicky in a bathroom, almost like a hotel or spa bathroom. Whereas a sort of muted, all tones on tones bathroom has a cohesion to it, and a very sort of bright, vibrant room with, for example, wallpaper has a different kind of character to it. So those are the two color stories that I tend to gravitate towards. Very little color or a lot of color. That said, if you really want a color recommendation, I've found three for you that I've used before. All three of these have given me a successful bathroom. And I figure if you're gonna go with a color, you're usually gonna pick green or blue. So I gave you a green and a blue, and also a very nice gray. They're all from Sherwin-Williams. The green one is SW6162 Ancient Marble, which is like a very sort of pale green, but definitely got a lot of green to it. Don't think that just because it's at the top of the color card that it's going to be too light. It's a lot of green. The blue is 6218 Trade Wind, just a really sort of airy blue. And the gray is 7071 Gray Screen. Looks great in bathrooms. It feels white, but it's not white at all. It's very gray, but because it's sort of so bright, with the right trim and furniture, etc., it feels white. I really like it. And that's the last question. I hope that was fun. I had a lot of fun doing this. I'm looking forward to more of your problem spaces and seeing how I can help you with unique solutions. See you next time on In the Room. If you've got a home makeover project you need help with, or a room you'd like to reimagine, drop us a DM at SHLTR on Instagram and tell us your story. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube so you don't miss a new episode.